literally what just happened. I can't get over what just happened. If you want to see even a more raw reaction of how I was, check out my latest live stream. I live commentated the game. You'll see my reaction / live commentary. What a freaking game that was. What a freaking game. I guess we could say now the Celtics 2-11 when it comes to games decided by five or less points. The Celtics just have not been able to close out games this season. They really have not. They have blown leads like crazy. And the Celtics were in command of this basketball game. But let's get something like, let's just say something right now. Let's get it out of the way. Why does Evan Fournier turn into Klay Thompson versus his former team of the Boston Celtics? Opening night tonight, he's probably going to go off Saturday. Like, he just takes something personal versus the Celtics. What did the Celtics do to Evan Fournier? Because Evan Fournier has been terrible this season, but for him to drop 41 points, be clutch as hell, like, that was just unbelievable. But yes, you heard it right. I believe this is my first time saying it. I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. We were down 25 points at one point. And at one point in this game, I thought it was over. Like, from the beginning, I thought this team laid down and died. In that first half, or at least at the very beginning, this team played with no heart, no urgency, no ball movement, settling for stupid jumpers. RJ Barrett playing terrible. Julius Randle playing terrible. Robert Williams killing us. Jason Tatum killing us. Jaylen Brown. And the scary thing was, we know Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum could both score the basketball, but there's always that question mark. Who's going to consistently distribute the ball? The Celtics moved the ball beautifully. It was like poetry out there. It was like poetry in motion. They were just moving the ball. Tatum was scoring, but he was also distributing the basketball. Jaylen Brown was killing us. Off to a great start again. Robert Williams, what a threat he is around the rim, just blocking shots. RJ Barrett kept on driving when he kept on getting blocked by Robert Williams. There was no finesse. There was so much, he was so predictable around the rim. I believe he got blocked like 4 or 5 times in this game. But from start to finish, Evan Fournier was off the charts. We've always seen with Evan Fournier, good quarter, bad quarter, bad quarter, bad quarter. Like, there's a huge level of inconsistency with this team and Evan Fournier. But Randle not playing well, settling for some stupid shots. He started off with an air ball. There was no defense. There was no ball movement, allowing offensive rebounds. It looked like there was no pep in our step. It looked like the Celtics just came out to play, and it looked like they were just going to just wipe us right off the floor at MSG. And I wish I was able to hear the crowd because I was commentating this game. I was not able to put on the audio because of copyright, but I'm going to have to rewatch this game. Just so many big-time momentum plays, but there was literally no positives at the beginning. But after it was a 25-point game, though, it looked like we started to build some momentum, though. Like, we cut it to a 13-point game. Quickly came in. He definitely did provide a spark. Emmanuel Quickly, off the charts. I love this kid. I hope he's a Knick for life. If it's as a starter, if it's off the bench, he just consistently brings energy every night. That's a player I never have to question if he's going to come to play. He comes to play, brings his energy, brings his A game night in and night out. I'm not talking about like consistency. He's going to drop 20 every night, but he gives it his all. He always works his ass off on both ends of the floor. He's not always perfect. There's no perfect player, but he always comes to play. Taj Gibson, I thought he fought his ass off as well. But Mitchell Robinson, he had some struggles in this game, but we cut it to 13, right? It looked like we're starting to get some things going. And then, like, out of a timeout, like, Jason Tatum knocks down a 3. I'm like, all right, it's a contested 3. But then on the other end, Evan Fournier takes an off-balance stupid jumper. And before you know it, I believe the Celtics scored like 10 unanswered points in like 1 or 2 minutes. And I'm like, before you know it, it's a 20-point game again. It was disgusting. But we actually closed out that first half, I thought, like, pretty, we closed out that first half pretty well for like what it was. Julius Randle, he started to get things going. I believe he had 0 points in the first quarter. He ended the game with over 20. Randle started to play with more energy, started to play with more tenacity. I don't know what it is, though. Like, what message needs to be sent for these guys to play with consistent energy? Like, at the beginning of the game, it looked like no one wanted to be there. And then second half, oh my gosh, like, it seemed like MSG was going to just blow off. The roof was going to blow off. Because I just saw the crowd going crazy. I wasn't able to hear them because of the game. Again, I'm going to have to watch that back. But Randle was starting to attack. He had an and one. He started to play a more physical brand of basketball. And I'm like, why doesn't he do that all the time? It opens up things even more. RJ Barrett did continue to struggle. I know he did knock down a 3. But Fournier, timely shot after timely shot. 41 points. Career high. Like, are you freaking kidding me? But the Celtics, they started to cool off here. Like, Jaylen Brown, I really thought this was a huge X factor here. Jaylen Brown, He started to cool off like crazy. He really did, but it looked like the Knicks started to play a more fundamental brand of basketball. It looked like we started to come together and really hustle out there, play good defense, and really show our effort out there on the floor. And I believe quickly gave us the first lead, or Fournier gave us the first lead, because I believe there was a moment we had the first lead of the game. The Celtics got it back really quick, so it's hard to remember at the top of my head like what happened. But there was moments like Fournier just like, I'm like, that's a dumbass shot. It goes in. Like any other game, it wouldn't have went in. But Fournier was just off the charts. What can you say? Like, he literally looked like Klay Thompson. Like, he's going to go back to life in a couple games. Don't get me wrong. But I love the physicality Randall played with. It just seemed like everyone worked their ass off. There was moments, though, Marcus Smart, big-time three out of nowhere, which was so frustrating because Marcus Smart always finds a way to kill us, if it's on the defensive side of the basketball or from the outside. But quickly had a big-time floater down the stretch. Randall had some big-time buckets. Like, Fournier, big-time buckets. Like, you just got to be proud of this club. Like, starting the fourth quarter, Taj Gibson even knocked down, like, a mid-range jumper. RJ had a nice alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. But the frustrating part was when we finally got the lead, it took a while, though. It was like we cut it to 4, then it was a 7-point game, 2. Like, I'm all over the place right now. But when we had a chance to put it away, oh, my gosh, could we not hit free throws to save our lives? Like, RJ Barrett has a chance to put it away, or at least I believe there was around 20 seconds left, 16 seconds left. If he knocked down both free throws, 4-point game, it would have been difficult to overcome that. Misses the first, knocks down the second. Knocked down the second, thank God. And then we found Marcus Smart. He goes to the free throw line. And then Randall gets fouled after that. But yeah, I believe Marcus Smart cut it to a 2-point game, a 1 or a 2-point game, something like that. It got really closer. And then Randall gets fouled. Randall misses the first free throw, but knocks down the second. And then before you know it, it was only we were only up by, I believe, I'm trying to remember top of my head. We were only up 2, and Tatum pulled up for a mid-range jumper, and it was good. And I was like, here we go. We missed free throws. We had a chance to put it away. We can't hit a buzzer beater to save our lives. It's going to go to overtime. And don't get me wrong, overtime would be fun to watch. But I'm like, why couldn't we just put the game away? We had our chance to put it away if we just made our damn free throws. And you know what happens? I feel like we go to Julius Randle every freaking play down the stretch. We give it to someone new. We give it to RJ Barrett, who was struggling all night, finishing at the basket. I know he hit a 3. But RJ Barrett really did struggle. He didn't have a good game, in my opinion. A contested shot on the right wing, way outside on the perimeter. Deep-ass 3, Tatum up in his grill. I believe Alec Burks found him, or I can't remember who fucking inbounded that shit right now. Inbounded to RJ Barrett, puts up a 3, gets it off in time. He banked that shit in over Jason Tatum. I couldn't believe it. If you didn't know, we haven't hit a buzzer beater 3, like to win a game, since J.R. Smith hit one. And I'm trying to remember when that was. Was that 2012, 2013? It's been a while since we've won a game off of a buzzer beater. But what a freaking game. Randall turned up big time in the second half. I love the energy. RJ Barrett, huge fucking shot. Quickly, amazing hitting. Big threes. Big floater down the stretch. What can you say? This Knicks team fought hard. Hopefully continue Saturday. What a win. Celtics, their streak continues of just folding down the stretch. And peace out, y'all. Let's go Knicks. My voice is all crazy right now.